Hey guys, so sometimes it's okay to feel shit. It's okay to be hurt. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to be sad, angry. I go through those waves all the time. It is a norm in being a human. It is a reaction and a response to things that might not be suiting you, might be feeling, overwhelming. It might be something physical or emotional, mental, and the reality is we try and ignore it. We try and block it out. We try and be superhero and try and do all the tasks we need to of the day. And I'm an advocate for just sitting there and fucking stopping and going, hey, like this is bullshit right now. You feel like shit, like deal with it. I did years of hiding it and holding it back and lying about it and trying to manipulate the environment around me to make me feel better. But the reality was it never worked. It was short-lived. It was this instant gratification, but it never actually fixed the problem. And I swear by it. I'm like, okay, so we have a problem and we have a reaction. The reaction is I feel like shit. So I'm going to deal with feeling like shit. So I'm going to go for a walk, or I'm going to eat some chocolate, or I'm going to, do something in the moment to deal with that. And that's all well and good because we do have to deal with the reaction, but the problem still exists. We haven't dealt with that root cause. And sometimes when we crash and burn and we've been put into a hole, its intent is for us to figure out what the fuck that problem is and to deal with it. To really say, hey, like, am I willing to work on it? And when you're not, then it's just going to resurface. You'll hide it for a while, you'll mask it. And then you just won't deal with it again. And again, like I said, it's okay to feel hurt. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be in pain. But it's not okay to neglect it. It's not okay to abandon it. It's not okay to keep it unattended. You need to deal with it. You need to work on it. I catch myself out a lot. I have a high tolerance for suffering and pain, obviously with, extended trauma. And it became a life skill to be able to hide it. But I'm true and honest to myself these days. And I really, I might be, working hard and dealing with the outside environment. And then when I come into my own space where it's necessary for me to unwind and figure out what's going on with me, I'll sit there, I'll cry, I'll be angry, I'll go train it out. I'll have the conversation with myself. I'll write it down. I'll do something to start dealing with it. And the reality is we don't like it. And it's heart-wrenching. It's heart-wrenching to see people broken. It's heart-wrenching to see people suffering and not willing to work on it. And I know it's part of your journey. It's part of the process. But sometimes we need to be called out on it. Sometimes we need to just call bullshit on ourselves. So maybe this is a reminder to you to say, hey, like maybe you feel like shit. Stop. It's okay. Sit there. Cry it out. Scream it out. Yell it out. Do what you need to, but stop and sit with it for a moment so that you can actually deal with it. And then take some actions, whether reaching out to someone, whether changing an environment. For something to change, something needs to change. It's always going to stay the same if nothing changes. And you might try many different ways and they may all fail, but just don't quit because one of those ways will eventually work. Seeking guidance can help push that, whether it's physical guidance, emotional guidance, spiritual guidance, whatever you need. But always know that there has to be a physical component. And that's why I use training so avidly in my life, because the physical action of using muscles and your body helps start unleashing problems, dealing with pain, dealing with dysfunction, dealing with psychological issues as well as physical issues. So if sometimes you're not sure, just get out there, go for a walk or run, move, go lift some weights, punch a punching bag, do something. But don't leave pain unattended. It will not serve you. It will make you suffer longer.